break down the different emphasis from the coaching staff with the DBs this year compared to last year? It just seems like with Lincoln Riley and the guys on offense, the defensive backs, just the changes that you guys have made in the offseason, that's really been maybe talking points from today. And just what are the differences as someone who's been in that room that you've seen?
It's completely different. We brought in a lot of new players as well. It's not just all scheme. So I feel like the players are really buying in and stepping up and playing for one another. And we're being put in a position to make these plays and have the freedom to go out there and play fast. And that's really important, especially in the secondaries.
Jamil, how would you grade the tackling this spring relative to maybe last year or even a year ago?
It's been better for sure. We worked a lot of, we were very intentional on our practice tempo, whether it was thud, whiz, live. So I think we've done much better. I think we had some live periods today in there somewhere where guys definitely was the first guy to the ball, and I mean we needed no more bodies, because they brought them down. So I think tackling has been much better, and I think that's also a component of getting bigger, getting stronger in the weight room this off season. So. All thanks to Rachel and her staff, and obviously Coach Wiley and his staff as well.
Jamil, what's the biggest difference between this year's defensive line and last?
Henny and Noah. All I got to say.
Jamil, what was this defensive install like for you guys? I know Coach Lance said it's been really slow, kind of methodical. What was it like going through this one?
Yeah, it was definitely methodical for sure. He challenged us, especially I know for sure the back end. Those guys are so smart back there. The linebackers and on down to the defensive line. We have some smart guys all around defense. So he definitely challenged us to take in some new concepts here and there. But I mean, as far as the scheme, I mean that's a better question for Coach Riley or Coach Lamb. But we definitely have adapted to it well, and we appreciate having Coach Lamb here for sure.
For any one of you guys, just what's the confidence that you take away from this game to see the plays that you guys are able to make, and just the big stop that you ran up there?
That's a standard. That's what we got to do as a defense: take the ball away, create turnovers, get the ball back to the offense. But today it was the offense we was taking the ball away from. So that's a standard, though. 5 picks, that's a standard.
For any one of you, Coach Riley said that you all are playing with more togetherness and more unity compared to last year. What would you say is the biggest difference in the interpersonal relationships of the team?
Yeah, well, this spring I feel like we had a lot of people put down their egos. We really came together as a team, like even without the coaches, and we really bought into each other. And I feel like throughout this whole entire spring, like whether it be new guys, old guys, young guys, like we all said, we're all the same. We have one common goal. Let's get after it every day. And I feel like that's been displayed on the field as well. And it's just going to continue to grow over the summer into the fall.
Kamari, you played on a defense last year that made a huge improvement. Looking at this defense, what are the biggest signs that an improvement is on the way as you look at this group?
We just got to buy into the scheme. I think that's the main thing. Even if the coach calls a bad play, we got to make it right. So everything falls on us as far as out of game goes. Even though they might make a bad call or something like that, so it falls on us. So really just buying in as a defense and buying into the scheme, buying into the plays that's being called, and everyone knowing their role.
Profit just felt like the quarterbacks and just in general were just in significantly better position today to make plays and also to make one-on-one plays in general. What have Danton and Doug Bell just kind of taught and instilled you guys through the spring? Do you feel like it's putting you guys in better positions to make plays?
Well, yeah, we as DBs we're all together all the time, meeting together and stuff, and so I feel like we're on one page. If I'm at corner, I have faith Kamari's going to be in the back end, and that's going to allow me to play confident and maybe jump on a route or maybe be more aggressive and attack the ball. And so when it's like that, it's really fun to play defense rather than you having to worry about giving up the big play or giving up something. It's like you're able to go out there and be free and play. So that's been a big impact.
Jamil, can you discuss the difference in how you're feeling right now? Of course, still a long way to go, and you guys want to keep improving, but the feeling now compared to the second half of last season when there were a lot of frustrated feelings.
It's like night and day, but I think that's a huge testament to, first and foremost, God for keeping us here, keeping us healthy, allowing us to have this you said, we know it's a lot more work to be done. And I say it for myself, but I'm sure I can speak for everybody else. Like, you know, it's almost like today wasn't good enough because it's like we're hungry. You know, we're hungry for more. We're hungry for September 1st for sure. So we'll definitely be ready for that.
Jalil, how have you challenged yourself to grow as a leader? And which person or book has had the most influence on that growth?
Can you ask that one more time?
How have you grown as a leader, and which person or book has influenced that growth as a leader since last year?
That's a good question. I feel like I've grown a lot as a leader. There's definitely some things I could do better. You know, sometimes I forget, not really forget, but sometimes I gotta realize my leadership position. You know, when it comes to learning how to handle certain situations or certain, you know, people. And I think, you know, it's definitely been a lot of books I've read that has helped. But I mean, two people for sure is my mom and dad. You know, having them present in my life, having them be able to, you know, challenge me before I would ever be challenged by anybody here. I think that's definitely helped for sure.
You know, you said a few weeks ago, last year kind of the only side deficiency at times was, elephant in the room that you guys knew needed to get corrected. Now a few weeks, into spring, you see some of the physical transformation. You see today, gaps in the run game being plugged up, a lot more pressure on the quarterback. Just how has that evolved and allowed you guys on the defensive line to play with more kind of confidence?
Yeah, yeah. We hear, you know, we try to block the noise out, but I think that it would be very cliche for, you know, someone to say to don't listen to the noise, because I think at some point, you know, you gotta realize, like, at the end of the day, you know, you lace it up just like the person across from you laces it up, and I know me, and I know the rest of the defense, the whole too small comments and this and that. I mean, it's opinion, you know, but we definitely take it with a grain of salt, and we choose to take that as a challenge and get better. And that's what we've done. Like I said, huge testament to Coach Riley, giving us the resources to allow us to be better as a defense. You know, us as players have just bought in. Coach Wiley has definitely gotten us, I mean, on a nice plan. Rachel, obviously. So it's definitely taken a village, and like I said, we're excited to continue to get better.
See one more?
Rob, have you ever taken one 100 before? Have you ever taken one 100 yards before?
I probably ran that long since my high school days at running back. So yeah, I was definitely gassed after that play. You know,
How did the conditioning program?
I hit 21 miles on that, so that's that off-season speed work. So that's good.
Thank you, gentlemen.